Welcome to an off-the-cuff video here at Brizy. And disclaimer first, an off-the-cuff video means it's not prepared. I go into a topic, I look at the topic, there is no script, I didn't practice it beforehand, and it usually ends up with me talking a lot and making comments, and it's unedited. So if you don't like that kind of style video, stop immediately, stop before you lose all faith in me. And just don't watch this video because I tend to digress a lot and go off script all the time, especially if there is no script. Let's talk about the topic for this video. I've made a few videos where I use the theme Bloxy, just like many other themes that I love, Astra, Page Builder Framework, Suki. Bloxy is one of those that came onto the scene last year, and it's blown me away, and I'm going to show you today the header builder. That's all I'm going to do in this off the cuff is show you the header builder and how amazing that feature is in a free theme. Now, I've spoken to the developers and there is a pro theme in the works, but if you see what this free theme can do, you're just going to be like, wow, I never knew I needed that. Let's go into our page and let's go load up that first. So we have to go to Appearance and Themes, and that's where we are going to find Bloxy. Add New, and then we go over here and search for Bloxy. Let me just get my cords here out of the way because I've got microphone wires running over the place. Bloxy, and there you go. Only one by thy name, and then we install Bloxy. Let's quickly talk about this question, and that is, why do I need a theme? I see this all the time. Well, the first thing is that WordPress needs a theme by default. It doesn't matter if you're working in Oxygen. People often say, no, you don't need a theme in Oxygen. Hey, there's a default theme that needs to go into WordPress. You need a theme at a minimum. Even if it bypasses the theme, WordPress does not operate without a theme. So the bottom line is WordPress needs a theme. But two, if you have a site builder, whether it is Thrive Architect, Elementor, Themify, Oxygen, Brizy, doesn't matter which one you use, you still have the option to use the theme. And why would you want to do that? Well, I'll give you a few reasons. One, because you love your theme. That's just it. It's something that you've gotten used to and you love it so much you don't want to let it go. Two, maybe your theme does something which that site builder doesn't do. And you know, I like to use this word site builder when I talk about headers and footers and things like that. That is a second reason why you may prefer the theme. I just want to go ahead here and click activate so that we can at least move forward. So yes, you may prefer that for the reason that you actually have a theme that has certain features that you prefer. The third one is if your site builder doesn't support yet blogging or WooCommerce or other kinds of learner management systems, LMS, which have archive pages that haven't been incorporated within the site builder, you may also prefer to go and use the theme. And then if you use free builders like the Brizy free builder, you should go for a theme. That's just my advice for that. If you can get away without using the theme and you prefer using the header and templates within the page builder you are using, good for you. It's your choice. And that's the wonderful thing about WordPress. There isn't one way. And I like that. I like that ability to choose. Right, so we've installed the theme of Bloxy. Let's just go quickly there again. Here we have Bloxy. If we click on Bloxy, you can see and you can go to Creative Themes. Let's go and have a look at their site. Very nice site, and you will see all the benefits of working with Bloxy. Bloxy is super fast, super clean, ultra performance, and it really does work very, very well. So I've been very impressed with Bloxy, and everything I'm showing you in the free version. It's premium features in the free version. I don't know what these guys are going to give us when it goes to Pro, and I'm looking so forward to that. Back in our WordPress administration area, let's get out of here, and then let's just have a look at what it says here. Thanks for installing Bloxy. You rock. Indeed I do. We strongly recommend you to activate the Bloxy Companion plugin. Now, you can download the Bloxy Companion. It's like a little dashboard feature. I'm not sure why it's downloaded and then you have to upload it as a plugin, why it cannot just be installed directly. Currently, I'm not going to do that. You can. I do it usually most of the times, but currently I'm not going to do it. So what we are looking at is the header builder. And for that, we'll need some pages. And I've created a few dummy pages here at this moment: about us, contact us, news, and services. 4 pages over here. Let's go create a home page to make sure you know how to create a page with Brizy and how to assign it to the theme header. Home page, and then I'll publish that. And after that, edit with Brizy. Once you go into the builder, you will need to go and choose the template. So go to the sidebar here where you see the little page. Click on that, and under page template, you have to select default. That will give you the theme default page layout settings, and it should give you your header. There's your header, and there's a footer here at the bottom. And all of this will depend on how it is set up within Blocksy. Let's just create a page here and start building a page. And I've got Brizy WordPress Pro plugin installed, so we have access to the layouts. Go to layouts, and we'll just choose one of these. And let's go to one of those new ones for the one-pagers. One-pagers, what are we in the mood for? Is this 19? Oh, there's the rest. Just want to say, I can count and I didn't see 19. Let's just choose this page, craft-wise. Click on craft-wise, and if you're going to import it, remember to check here at the bottom, replace global styling, import this layout. And then all depends on the speed, how quickly this will import. When you do this with a theme and working with Brizy Page Builder, you understand that there are a few things that you will need to go and change. For example, what you see here at the top is you have actually a page header, and you want to remove that. That's going to be done in the theme. Here you have the header, the site header. Let me just see what's going on at the bottom. I saw something weird here. We have here, and then we have space, and we have here, and then we actually have a footer that's included with the Brizy page. So if we're not going to be using this footer, we will deactivate it. But in this off the cuff, we're not looking at the footer. Let's update and go have a look at the front end to see how it currently looks. Update. Waiting, and I'm still waiting for my package, which I've finally been able to track down, that is still in the States. I think this coronavirus is really disrupting a package that should have been here last week, for which I paid premium service to be delivered quickly, not here yet. Okay, so yes, we'll have to make some changes to the footer, but that is probably not the scope of this video. We are going to care about that header builder. Header builder always happens within the customizer, and the customizer is where you make changes to your theme, and there are a number of ways you can get to the customizer. Going to click here on our page builder and then go here to the dashboard. That will take us into the WordPress administration area. One area you can go and find that customizer is on the sidebar. Go to appearance and you can click on customize. That will take you there. On the other hand, if you are on the front end, for example, here we have our home page, you can just go to customize over here. And that will take you into the theme customizer. So let's do that. And I'll just close this page. And it loads it up nicely for us. So what is this one here? This will be the page. And I'm curious, will this be part of a header? General? Let me just see. Default. This is not under header. I'm just thinking how to remove that. Post types, pages, maybe pages. Page title, right? I don't want that, so I'm going to deactivate that. Get it out of the way because it's annoying me. And save our changes, publish that. And let's start working with our header. So the first thing that is very nice about Blocksy is that they've actually made many features on the page here clickable. Here you have the option to go to header, and you can click on header and it will take you into the header builder with all the settings. Let's go back. If you hover over the header and you click on edit, it's going to do the same, and it's going to take you to what is called the middle row. So let's just click back, go back here to the main options and click on header so you don't get lost. This is what you're going to see. You've installed Blocksy. You've activated the layout within the page builder for Brizy, and now you're customizing this header up here. You want to build it out nicely. What you see below here is what we call the header builder. And there are 3 rows. Top row, middle row. Before I go to the next one, can you guess the name? Ta-da! Bottom row. Inside of this, there are 3 areas. You have the left, you have the center, middle, and you have the right, where you can place content. If you look here in this middle row, this corresponds to what you see up here. You can call the middle row your main row. That's where you put your menu, that's where you put your logo. And you can see currently we have 3 builder elements in here. We have the search on the right, menu next to it, and there you see the search, and you see the menu, and on the left you see the logo. When you hover over these elements on the page, you will also see this little, balloon with 3 dots pop up there. And when you click on that, like here we have the search, and you click on that, it's going to take you here in the sidebar to the search options. And you will see now that search here is also highlighted, meaning that you are working with the search element now. You can click here, or you can click here to activate those settings. So if I go to menu, hover over it until you see the little hand and click on it, same thing. There we see now the menu options over there. Same for the logo. I can go up here, click there, or click here. Now this is the middle row, and you can also make settings to the middle row. And to do that, you can again go here, click on middle row, or like I showed you earlier, you can just click up here, edit, and it will take you into the same area. Let's go back to our header area. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove everything from the header at this moment so we can start from scratch. To remove an element, hover over the element, click on that little X to delete it, and you can see it updates and it's gone. Same for the logo. And as I delete them, you will see all of the elements appear here on the left. So you've got these 2, 4, 6, 7 elements that you can use to build out your header, and you've got 3 areas that you can do that. Let's say, for example, you want to put that logo there where it was. What you do is you click and drag it as such, and there you will see there's a little space for it, and drop it, and the logo will appear over there. Now, let's say you want to bring in the menu, and you put the menu on the right. There you see it. What about if I put the logo in the middle, and I want to put the menu under it? Can I do that? You can do it like so. Ooh, grab the logo, there we go. Or you can, oh, I'm messing it up. Menu is there. Let's put the logo then in the top row. Or you can put the menu here, bring the logo there. Right, so you have all this control over where you can place this. Let's put them again in those default positions that we started off with. Here is a button. Maybe you want people to be able to contact you for a contact form. Let's put that in the top row on the right. And then we have a second menu. Second menu, let's put it here. If we're going to work with a second menu. What else do we have here? Search option. Let's put that next to the button. And then socials. Social elements. Socials. Put the socials also at the top there. Okay, let's put it there. And then we have also HTML. So if you have maybe like something that you want to add there, you can add HTML there. I feel like Mr. Bean. You can put it over here, over here, over here, something like that. And if you want to remove it, simply remove it. So now we've built it out. I'm going to remove this menu number 2 as well, because we're not going to use menu 2. So what have we got here? We've got all of this in a top row and then in the middle row. To edit the row, let's have a look if we can edit this row. Click on edit, and it takes you into the container width, and you also have height functionality over here. So you can play around with the height. That is extremely smooth, very responsive. I like that. How it works in Bloxy is that you've got your settings over here, and then everything connected to color goes in a tab next to it. So you have design over here. Let's change the background. that. So, and then click out there, top border. If you want to add a border, a bottom border, we're not going to add borders here. And you can add a little bit of a shadow. Let's say I want to add a little bit of a shadow. I'm going to activate that. Let's see. So look here, I'll activate and disable it. You can see a little bit of a shadow there. And I'm going to leave that. Now we don't see the socials that we have added here, nor the search element. You can see we have search and the button is fine, and the socials button is here. And my socials, why? That didn't update. Let me just drag it around, button and socials. And I've run a little bit into this glitch. I'm not sure if this is my internet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to delete all of this. I found that when I delete, it works. So let's bring in the search element again. And then I want my button. And then next to that, I want my socials. And now it should be okay. Yep, it's better now. These socials we cannot see. So to do that, you click on the socials element. And then, of course, design, second tab. And we have here, and I think that's the hover. So we're going to make this white. There we go. So if you hover over it, it will turn green. And we do the same with search. Click on search and go to design. And let's also put that on white. Much better. And if you want to change the color of the download button as well, you're going to do that. Let's have a look at what you can do with socials. So socials here, you're going to add the ones that you like. So if you want to add Pinterest, you have quite a number well there. Let's add LinkedIn. And we add LinkedIn and we remove Twitter. And these guys update. Let me click on that. There we go. It's gone. And then we have control here over icon size as well. And icon spacing if we want to give it a little bit more space or bring it closer together. And you have more options here over the icon's color as well as the shape. Currently no, rounded, and then square or none. A lot of features, and I want to remind you constantly, this is all in the free builder. Let's have a look at what you can do with the button. I just go here and click on button. So you have the default and then you have an outline. Ooh, very nice, Peter. You can put it on small, medium, large, not much have happened there. And then here you can say download, or I'm going to say contact us. Let's see if that updates. There we go, updated. That took a little bit. And then you have, again, all these options over design here. Let's go to the middle row now, like the middle row. Click on the middle row. And again, you have full control over the minimum height. Make it very, very... Oh, actually, that's not bad. But of course, you maybe want to put in a very big logo there. And then you have, again, control over the background, your top border, and bottom border. Let's put in a border here, and I'm going to change the color. First, you have to select the border. Bottom border, full width. Yeah, baby. Full width for that. And then let's change the color. Let's put it darker over here. And I have to increase that one. Okay, so there we've got our bottom border then for our middle row. Let's see what we can do. The logo. Well, logo is going to be, I think, self-explanatory. You're going to maybe change it here on the title. And if you have an image that you want to upload, you're going to do that over here. And the great thing about that is that you can add a different image for mobile display. And we'll look at the mobile header in a wee bit. Let's look at the menu over here. Click on the menu settings. And now we've got a lot of styles here. Again, this is free, guys. So if I hover currently over it, you will see as I hover over it, the link turns to green. Let's look at type number 2. What happens? I have a line here at the bottom. And then type 3. And type 4 line at the top and the bottom. Now, here in type 4, this line at the top and the bottom, that's a little bit extreme. So to manage that, you will have here, I think it's item spacing. No, that is the spacing between the links. So let's increase that as well. And then items height, I think that is the one. And you see it's in percentage. So let's bring it down to 70. You will see the lines come closer. So if you want to bring it a little bit more like so, good. Or 100% will mean 100% of this middle row height. Let's bring it down. I'm going to type in there 80%. I like that. 80 is still too much, I think. Let's put it on 65. Why did I choose 65? Because 70 was already taken. Stretch menu. What happens to stretch menu? Okay, that will stretch the entire container that is left for that. And then you have your drop-down options as well. And these settings alone for the drop-down, if you work with sub-menus and drop-down menus, absolutely stunning again that you get these kinds of features in a free theme. Let's look at design options over here. You have control over the fonts, your colors, your active colors, margins, and then again drop-down options over there. And that is your menu. And remember, this menu hasn't actually been created. It's just drawing it from the pages that you've created, but you actually need to go and select and make a menu. Let's do that. I'm going to publish it so that we can keep everything that we've done here. Then here, manage your menus in the menu screen. Click on that. And when you're in WordPress administration area, always remember appearance, menus, and here we go. We don't have a menu, so you first have to create your first menu. Because it's your first menu, you will not see the create button over here. You simply go here to main or menu name, and I'm going to call it my main menu. Create menu. Select them all and then add to menu. These pages, I just created dummy pages. I didn't do anything with them just so that we have a few pages. Services, about us, news and contact us. And you will see there is no area here to assign the menu's position. This is where Bloxy is different because you will assign that within the customizer. Many other themes will give you primary menu, secondary menu, mobile menu all over here. But in Bloxy's case, you do it within the customizer. And I think it's better because you play around with a lot of the features within the customizer. Having the ability to assign it there will just make your life much easier. Save the menu. And let's close this. We go back into the customizer, but nothing has happened here because we have to update it. So I'm going to refresh it. When I refresh it, it takes me back to the main sidebar. So we click again here on header, or we can go just here and click on the menu. It will take us there. And now you will see next to it, select menu. I can choose the main menu. And now everything is nicely in place. One excellent feature that I just want to draw your attention to within the Bloxy theme builder is this little button over there. I'm a big fan of reset because I screw up all the time and I try new things. I was the kid at university that when I was in computer science, or was it computer science? What did they call it when we were learning Excel and Word? I was that kid that I didn't care because it wasn't my computer. It was the university's computer. So if it broke, not my problem. And I took advantage of that by clicking anywhere, wherever. And that's how I learned. The great thing about Bloxy is that they can always bring you back to the default with this reset button. For example, here at the items height, I put it on 65%. And if I just want to take it back to the default setting, click here and it goes to 100%. Let's take it down back to 65%. Same here for the item spacing. It's at 41 pixels. What was the original? If I reset, it's at 25 pixels. Let's make that 40. We've assigned the menu, so that's how it looks. Let's publish this. And that is more or less, in a nutshell, how you are going to be working with the header, all these features. So let's have just a quick look at that again, and then we talk about the mobile header. That's where things get really interesting. When you load the customizer, you're going to get all the options over here. And while we are here, one thing I love about this customizer, down here, you see the little moon, gives us a dark version. So let's stick with the dark version for now, just to be different. Over here, this is where you access everything regarding your header. You can click here and it takes you into the header settings. But the way that Bloxy is made is that you can do everything on page. Just by hovering over it, you can select what you want to edit. No need to go and worry about selecting all the right menus over here. In fact, when you are looking for many of these features, you're not going to see it here. For example, where is your main row? Where is your top row, your middle row? They do not appear in the sidebar. You have to either click here or you click here in the builder over here. And if you need some more real estate, you just go here in the bottom right-hand corner where it says Hide Builder, and you can get rid of that. And you have some more space and show the builder again. If we go back to the header, you will see you have your elements. These are the elements that you use to build out your header. And under General, you have a header background. That's about it. Here's another great feature. You can set up 1, 2, 3 default settings that you can set and save for yourself. So currently I've made changes to the default. It looks like this. But you can choose a secondary header style. And if I activate it, you will see these menu elements jump around by themselves. This is a preset and centered. Again, it jumps around by itself. If you make changes while centered is selected, it will remember that. So the memory is sticky, not like mine. It will remember. We go back to default, and that's the one that we had made, and it will remember the settings that we had made earlier. So we are back to that header that we had designed. Every time you put something in a row, that row will appear. So if I take menu 2 and I put it in the third row, the bottom row will appear. If there's nothing in that row and you delete all the elements in that row, the row will disappear. And that's it. Absolutely stunning, Freddy. Very important though, is these two options that you see here, desktop header and mobile header. And I urge you, when you are building out any header and footer, to make sure that you jump between the desktop, tablet, and mobile header all the time, because the latest and the newest themes all have great features for responsiveness. The mobile header, for all intents and purposes, is separate to that of the desktop header. They do share some features, but at the end, you can make those responsive changes to the mobile header, and it can look completely different on a mobile device than what you started off originally with on your desktop header. Good workflow etiquette though is always do your desktop and do it complete. Currently, we still work from top down. In my opinion, top down means desktop first and then mobile later. This is something that probably will change more and more, and I think within 2 to 4 years, mobile should probably take priority. But for now, we still tackle the desktop first and then we go to mobile. Let's activate the mobile over here. And what do we see? Again, we have the builder over here, but we see something completely different. We see here again a top row, a middle row, and a bottom row that you can add, which is pretty nice because a lot of themes only give you one row. And then you see this little thing here on the left called an off canvas. I like to call this a drawer. Now, a drawer is just like a cabinet or a drawer that you have in your house, which you put your clothes or your stationery in. You draw it and it opens and there's extra space for it. So if you go up here to the hamburger and you click on that, this thing that slides out off canvas is the drawer. So my terminology for this is drawer. In Bloxy, it's called the off canvas menu. That pops in here and you can just close it again. Just like in the desktop header, you have the elements over here, but they will be slightly different because they are adapting to what you need for your mobile display. One such feature is this one called the trigger. And the trigger is the hamburger menu, and you always need to place the trigger. Otherwise, there's no way for people to access the mobile menu. If you grab the mobile menu and I want to drag it here, it doesn't work. It can only go into the off-canvas menu. It cannot go anywhere else. Let's put a search button next to the trigger so you can see how that will look over there. And now why don't we see it? It's because in our desktop header, we've made that white. So what are we going to do now? Now we have a white background. Do we want to put it on a black background? Let's go and do that. So this is our middle row, right? We didn't put anything in the top row nor in the bottom row, so they do not appear, and we're not going to do that in this instance. To edit that, we can either click up here, edit, or we can click here on middle row. I'm going to click here on middle row. What we need to change is the color, and color will be under design. And now you will notice that we have our three good friends, desktop, tablet, and we have over here our friend, Mr. Mobile. Make sure that mobile is selected, but if you're in the mobile header, it should be selected by default. Now if I go to background and I click here and I choose this color, you see it changes like that. And now we can see the search button, except now we cannot see the logo and we cannot see our trigger. Let's click on the trigger here. Remember, color changes are done under design. And there you see trigger. And we're going to change the trigger. Hover, we can leave green. Now there is no mobile function here because the trigger only appears within your mobile and tablet. Let's go to logo, click on logo, and then we go to design. And you see here again, we have the site title color, which is that one, the Cosmic Cafe. And then we go for the initial, and then the green is the hover. And that's how you will make that responsive for your mobile header. If I go here to the bottom desktop, nothing changed on my desktop. Everything is still honky-dory there. When I go to my mobile, it's different. If you want to see how that will look on your tablet, over here you have desktop, click on tablet, and you will see that it's different again on your tablet. You'll need to go and do that process again. Tablet and mobile is all under mobile header. So let's go and change the background first. I click again on middle row, design, and then you will see here the background. There is my tablet. Let's put it on green. Let's change it, put it on this one. Okay. And now we need to make the same changes. I'm going to click here on the settings, design, site initial color, put it on this white color, and there we've got it. And remember that the trigger will not be responsive between mobile and tablet when it comes to color. So you should keep that in mind, that these two should remain the same background color. Otherwise, you may have a big mess up there. And that's how you're going to be working with the header that will appear in your tablet and in your mobile. But now you have to go and style your good friend off-canvas drawer. And to see that, simply click here and it will open the drawer for you. What have you got here? You've got a menu. You see here is the mobile menu, and you've got a button over here. Let's click here on mobile menu, and let's see it's set to main menu. That's good. And you can make changes here to the design if you want to change the color, or if you want to change the font, if you want to change the sizing. Let me just show you quickly the font. You see there are actually many options over here. To see all of the options, you click on these three little dots, and now you have the font. So you can change simple dummy text. Let's change Palatino just to have something different. Here is your width settings. Let's put it on regular. Right, and if you're done, just click here. And you have, again, font size here. Take that down a little bit. Take it down. Okay. And I'm going to type in there 24. Forgot what was the original. And you have line height as well as letter spacing. And here you have your capitalize. And you can have uppercase, line height. Let's put it on uppercase instead, like so. That is everything. And if you messed it up, remember here, reset. You just click on reset and it will give you those default settings. Same with the button as we did previously. Here you have all the options for the button. If you want to play around with the drawer, go here to off canvas and click on this label. Now you have a few options. Reveal as modal or side panel. Now the side panel is this thing that slides in. If I click here, slides in. If I put it as a modal, I click on off canvas, or here, it comes in as an overlay. Side panel, slide in. Modal is overlay. Let's put it on side panel because we've got left side and we've got right side. And actually, I like the modal, so I'm going to put it on modal. Modal. Then content horizontal alignment, you can put it in the center or you can put it to the right. That's also pretty nice. Put it like that. And then for the background, your design is going to be done over here. You have your background. You can change the colors. So and you can even add patterns. Yes, that's very funky. Ooh la la. Or an image if you are so inclined. I'm going to leave it on a solid color. So we've set up our header and mobile menu in mobile by activating it over here. We've also done more or less the same for our tablet. And then for desktop, we've created an entire different looking header over here. And I think one of the things I'm looking forward to, if I go back to header, is that currently you have this sitting here, global header, and you can choose one of these 3 default presets that you have created. I hope to see in Bloxy Pro, when it comes out, that you will be able to use different headers for different pages. I guess that will be at page level where you will be making those changes. And I think that's it. I used to be terrified of builders because some builders out there are very, very intimidating. But this one I feel is very intuitive. And once you get the idea that your elements appear here on the left, you drag them in there, it just works very, very well. One question that I've seen is regarding transparent header. And I do not remember seeing a transparent header function at this moment within Bloxy. And usually transparent headers come in when we are working, of course, with Pro themes. If I look here at general, I see header background. I'm pretty sure you can make it transparent here. Right? It's supposed to be header background. That should be transparent at this moment. Let me see, it's updating there. I guess it's transparent. Let me just go to the design background, color, also make sure, yeah, it is transparent. But it doesn't automatically overlay on the page. And that's the thing a transparency setting will do for you, which I do not see here. That is something I have to check in Bloxy. Let's just go documentation, and I'll quickly have a look for transparent. And I don't see anything for transparent. Sorry, nothing is found. Transparency. Yep, so definitely the header builder, right? We've been in the header builder, but there is no transparency for that. Okay. Yes, so I have made the background transparent. It doesn't mean that the page is transparent. So let's publish it, and we go to front and just go have a look at what we have achieved here. Close out. And then we are here on our home page. Just click on home page to make sure it is the home page. And then I'm going to click here on edit page to go into the WordPress editor to see what functions we have here on this page in terms of what Bloxy can provide us. Let me have a look here. Page attributes, default template. That's the one that we have. And there is no individual settings for this page in terms of, up here. Bloxy page settings. You sneaky, why you're hiding over there? So we have page title. Okay, here is our custom settings for it. Little sneaky bugger hiding up there in the top right hand corner. There you go. And then you have your page structure, narrow width, your normal settings, page vertical spacing. You may need to turn off this option when building a page with a page builder. Okay, let's turn it off. Page vertical spacing. Page element, disable featured image. Okay, so that is if you have a featured image at the top. Let's update this. But there is no way to put your header on transparency. That's going to be a pro feature. I'm pretty sure of that. Let's see what this little star does. Unpin from toolbar. Where is it now? So it's unpinned from toolbar. Okay, and if I close it now, where does it go? I'm getting lost here. And I've lost Bloxy. Bloxy, where have you gone? Ah, here. Bloxy page settings. Ah, shoo. You know, this WordPress gives me the heebie-jeebies every time I work with it. One little mistake and everything is ruined. Okie dokie then. We are done with this off the cuff. Go check out Bloxy in the WordPress repository. If you haven't given it a spin, it is a free theme and there will be a pro in the future. You can visit these guys, install their Bloxy companion that will give you more functionality, and they come with a lot of widgets. Especially if you are looking towards blogging and WooCommerce, I really recommend that you give Bloxy a consideration. Take it out for a spin, give it a polish afterwards, and maybe you'll just hang it out there with the rest of your favorite themes. Off the cuff here with JP on Learn Brizy.